Hey friends, this is Josh Hayward and welcome to another edition of the Find Your Craft Show. I've got a great Southern Swells Brewing Company brew for you guys today. This is the These Strawberries Taste Like Strawberries IPA with lactose added. This is from Southern Swells out of Jacksonville, Florida. As the can is sliding through my hands due to the condensation. 1312 Beach Boulevard, Jacksonville, Florida. This one is brewed with CTZ, Citra, and Motueka hops. And as far as the grain bill goes, we got 2-row, white wheat, and oats. A quick kind of hint there, the white wheat and the oats going to kind of soften this beer a little bit. So looking forward to this one. I'm trying to think back, a friend of mine, Hophead Haha, actually sent me these from Southern Swells. Sent me the Comfy Jeans Pale Ale, which is, I think, like one of my favorite pale ales of all time. So that, along with other great things I've heard about Southern Swells, leads me to believe this one is going to be amazing. So these strawberries taste like strawberries. It's got lactose in it. IPA with lactose added. The lactose is going to add a little bit of sweetness, also soften the beer as well. And this one comes in at 7.2% ABV. So without further ado, let's see what we've got. Beautiful beer. I have to admit, I'm kind of thrown by the color. You look at the can. Oh, amazing aromas there, by the way. You look at the can, it's got the black background with the strawberries and then the red. It's talking about strawberries. I'm thinking I'm going to have a red beer. It just kind of throws me off. But this is, as you would expect from a IPA with white wheat and oats. It is a nice, beautiful, pale, hazy, golden color. I would even say more towards the straw, a hazy straw color. I'm going to give her a little swirl here as I spill the beer. That is a fail. Giving it a little swirl, about a 1.5 centimeter, 2 centimeter white head there. A little bit of particulate floating around in there. Not sure what that is. Could be some hops. Could be just different things from the brew. But a little bit of haziness in there for sure. But a very, very pretty beer. Let's see what we've got on the nose. Oh, amazing hoppy aromas. I'm getting some nice citrus aroma. Nice fresh citrus aroma. A little bit of a grassy aroma on there too. Definitely no strawberry. Again, kind of thrown by the name of the beer. But yeah, let's see what we've got. Really looking forward to this. Cheers. Wow. That is very, very interesting. Wow. I had to look at the can because I got some sweetness there immediately. I was like, that's kind of like strawberries. And sure enough, I looked at it. There's strawberries in it. And it does taste a little bit like strawberries. This beer would get the award for surprising me the most out of pretty much anything I've had in a long time. Just the can art, reading it, not knowing what was in it, aside from what I read to you guys with the CTZ, the Citra, the Motueka, and the 2-row, the white wheat and the oats. I didn't know what else was in the beer. So I pour it out, was surprised by the color, and then took a sip and was just blown away by this beer. I'm very, very surprised. All right, let me talk about it instead of just talking about my surprise. All right, so we've got a nice, solid, malty backbone. It's very much muted, though, kind of just serving as a platform for the beer. Base malt, you got your 2-row. It's the platform for this beer. The emphasis, what is meant to shine, are the hops and the other additions in this beer. In particular, the strawberries. They put a little bit of vanilla in it as well, and then the lactose. The oats that they used and the white wheat also add a kind of like a softening agent to this beer. If I could compare it to anything, imagine drinking a wheat ale, how that's kind of softer on the palate, a little more easy drinking than a standard ale. So there's it's a softening agent in a way. So you're served up with an amazing platform for this beer. And then as soon as the liquid hits the palate, you get a very, very fresh sweetness that just reminds me of strawberries, like cutting into a strawberry or biting into a strawberry, just that very, very fresh. Strawberries are a favorite. I don't really know many people that don't like strawberries, just because there's a nice sweetness there. It's not too over the top with sweet or with sour. It's just a very, very pleasant berry to enjoy, and you get that in the beer. You get that nice sweetness, and it just reminds you of enjoying some amazing fruit. So you get the nice sweetness from the strawberry, kind of mid-taste. You get a nice bittering agent from these hops used, and think a nice bitterness and dryness, and the bitterness just really meshes well with the sweetness from those strawberries, kind of balancing that out in a way. And then post-taste, as I'm continuing to talk, or post-sip, I got just another hint of that sweetness from the strawberry, and then as I'm continuing to talk, I'm getting a nice hoppy dryness, hoppy bitterness in there. They did so well with this beer in that I'm getting sweet, I'm getting bitter, I'm getting hoppy, I'm getting a little more sweet, and then the lactose just really is like a bow, like wrapping this beer up, putting a bow on it, and really kind of meshing everything together. There's a little bit of sweetness from the lactose there, and it also kind of softens all of these flavors and kind of meshes them really well together. I'm very impressed with this. As I drink this beer and as I think back on what else I've had from Southern Swells, I'm reminded that Comfy Jeans Pale Ale was a very balanced beer as well. But I'm blown away by this one. I'm not a huge fan of fruity beers. I wouldn't necessarily characterize this as a fruity beer though. It's got the strawberries in it, but you get enough of everything else, and it's so well done. And it's so well balanced that I'm enjoying a phenomenal IPA, really. And it's excellent. Very unique flavor here. Also, I believe the can said used a little vanilla in here as well. And I'm getting just a hint of that. I can't say I would have picked up on it just straight on the palate after the first sip. I knew the strawberry was there. I didn't detect any additional flavor as far as that goes, but after reading that and after continuing to sip the beer, I'm getting a little bit of that vanilla bean type flavor. It's not a sweet flavor, but it's a nice flavor to complement this beer. The sweetness again coming from the strawberries, and then a little bit of the lactose as well, which is the sugar found in milk, by the way. Would classify this one kind of as like a milkshake IPA, definitely. But I can't say enough great things about this beer and Southern Swells. I've got to get down to Jacksonville and try this place out. Just doing phenomenal things. By the way, if anyone's got any more of that Comfy Jeans Pale Ale, send it my way. I loved it. I really loved this one too. Just amazed at how balanced it is with everything they added in it. It's just very, very well done. So cheers to them on that. Thank you so much for following along, guys. If you love great craft beer, if you love beer reviews, press that little subscribe button down in the bottom corner. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much again for following along. You guys have an amazing day, and cheers.